It's a time for a tea. Stace, would you like a cup of tea?
No, thank you. You know you left the light on in the shed yesterday.
What? We don't have a light in the shed. Right, let's take a look. It's open. Hello? Hello? Where are these leading to? There's another one. What's this? Whoa.
ET, the extraterrestrial.
I managed to grab it. Now rewind to my intro that you've just watched. Today's video is obviously all about ET. Now there was a couple of there was a couple of particular scenes in there that looked like something else. So go with me on this one because I was trying to recreate E.T.'s finger. So that little sausage that you saw popped up wasn't what you thought it was. It was a pepperami, and it's the only thing I could use for E.T.'s finger. So apologies to everybody that got offended, if there is anyone offended out there from what I was trying to do. Hopefully it got a few laughs. Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Merry Christmas to you all. Today's video is an unboxing for this. This is the Zavvi Exclusive 4K SteelBook ET. It's the 40th anniversary 80s edition. Now this set looks pretty impressive. It's exclusive to Zavvi and it's limited to just 2,000 copies worldwide. It's still available from Zavvi at £64.99. Now I thought I actually owned ET in 4K. So when I looked on my shelves behind me, I realised I didn't actually own ET in 4K. So this was perfect to buy for me because there was one reason in particular why I went for this.
What's he doing? E.T. phone home.
Back in the day when I was at my first school, way back in the 1980s, I took a packed lunch to school. Now the lunch boxes back in the 1980s weren't like they are today in those bags. They were these big plastic clunky things. Inside was a flask as well. I do remember owning an ET lunchbox. I can't remember what colour it was because I think I owned a Star Wars one as well. So I don't know whether it was red or blue. It could have been any colour. I honestly can't remember. Inside this 80s set is a 80s lunchbox of ET. Now obviously it's not the same lunchbox as I owned back in the day. It's got different artwork, that sort of thing. But I am really looking forward to opening this box up, taking a look at this 80s set to see if it brings back those magic memories. Also included in this 80s set are 4 art cards, a bookmark. It's got a stunning steelbook with fantastic artwork on there, and also there's 4 hours of bonus material included on the disc, and there's also a booklet as well. So we're going to be opening this up, taking a look at the condition it arrives in from Zavvi. It has arrived a week late than what it was released because of the Royal Mail strikes, but we can't help that. You know, everyone's got to do what they've got to do. But we're going to be opening this up and taking a look at that condition. Please do get involved in the comments. I would love to know. Do you own ET in 4K? I'm sure many of you do. But in particular, did you go for this set? If so, what's your thoughts on this 80s set? Okay, let's get this unboxed.
What are you waiting for? Let's go!
Okay, let's begin this unboxing. As you all know, I do say this before I start. I do like to do my unboxings this way because when I'm opening these parcels, you guys get to see exactly the same time as me what I am actually opening. So if it is damaged, you'll see the same time as me. And if you've watched all my other unboxings, it hasn't always gone to plan. Okay, let's see what we're getting inside. Okay, so first looks, it comes like this from Zavvi. There's not much to protect it. Let's take it out of the box and move the cardboard box out of the way. So this is how it arrives. It's got the film around. I can already see it's slightly damaged on the end there. If we spin it round to the back, there you go. Sorry about the glare. That is what's included in this fantastic set. Let's take it out the film and take a closer look. Get rid of the film. So the two slight damages we've got a slight crease up the top there, and we've got another crease there as well, as you can see on that camera. The other side is perfect. I think, to be honest, I can live with that because the inside looks pretty good. So this is the box that it comes in. It's already quite flimsy, as you can see. We've got 40th anniversary up the top there, and it is dented up the top there as well. If we take it round to the side, we've got 4K and Blu-ray up the top. We've also got 40 with ET riding off there with Elliot on the BMX. Such an iconic scene in the movie. Round to the back, wrong way, round to the back. That's what's included in this set. We will open this up and take a look at the condition. I'm very sorry about the glare. There you go, there's perfect there. That's what's included. If we go round to the other side, we do not get the 40th on, but we do get ET and Elliot riding over that big moon with 4K and Blu-ray up the top as well. We've got the PG age certificate at the bottom there. On top, as you saw, was nothing, and at the bottom it's just licensing, that sort of thing. Okay, so I'm going to open this up this way, and then I'll take you back to a different shot where you can see what we get inside. Okay, so the set comes like this. Now I've already noticed, and it's quite disappointing, because back in the day when I was at school, as I explained, this lunchbox, I've already noticed, is tin. Now back in the day, they weren't really tin, or I never owned a tin one. I owned a hard plastic one, but this is made of tin. So it's a bit disappointing because it's not going to be the same. But never mind, that is how it arrives, and you know, we can't do anything about it. So let's take this out and show you individually what we are getting. First up is the box. It's very flimsy, but Zavvi, you should have packed this a lot better. For 60 odd pounds coming through the post, you wouldn't go to a shop and pick up a box that's dented, would you, on a shelf? Well, I personally wouldn't, but I'm going to keep it no matter what anyway. Let's spin it round to the side. I showed you already, we've got ET across that moon there. Round to the back, what's included, we will go through that in a moment. And then round to the other side, we've got that 40 with Elliot and ET. First up is this lunchbox. Now this is personally disappointing for me because when you look at the Zavvi website, without reading the full details, it does look like a plastic lunchbox. Now you probably could get metal ones or tin ones back in the 1980s, but I don't remember them. All I ever remember owning was the hard plastic chunky ones. Now this one is, it's made of tin. So it's a very disappointing for me, but I'm going to carry on and try not to be disappointed. It's got stunning artwork on the front. We can see ET in the corner there. If we take it round to the side, we've got the stars and the trees. It really does look nice. Round to the back of the lunchbox, it's got Be Good. And we've got ET there as well. And then round to the other side, more trees and stars. The lunchbox itself has arrived in good condition. Underneath, we've got some licensing. But I don't ever remember owning a metal lunchbox back in the day. So let's take a look inside this lunchbox. And as you would expect, inside it's just an empty tin. It'd be interesting to see if the flask actually fits in the tin. Shall we try? It does nicely. The flask does fit inside, but I'm not too sure you're going to get many sandwiches in there as well. Let's take a look at the flask. Next up is the flask. Now this flask is exactly how I wanted it. It's plastic. It's got stunning artwork on that front there. Look at ET's holding a speak and spell. Who owned one of those back in the day? I know I did. There's nothing really around the back. It's just more stars. And we've got this screw-on cup, which is a lid obviously. And then I think the top comes off as well. And then you can just fill your drink in there. It's almost similar to the 80s style, but not quite. But I do like the artwork with ET and the speak and spell. Next is the ET 4K and Blu-ray edition. It comes in this box. Now I do like this artwork. We can see ET's finger glowing, which reminds me I probably should have set fire to that pepperami in the video at the beginning, but never mind. Okay, so we've got this J card on. If we take it round to the spine, we can see it's clearly labelled ET, the extraterrestrial. We've got the Blu-ray and the 4K there. It's in this orange colour. Round to the back, obviously we've got the J card, and then round to the side we can see the SteelBook in there as well in orange. So first up is the J card. Now this is a tough J card. Now I don't mind these tough J cards. It's the flimsy paper ones I've got problems with. But this one is quite a tough cardboard. So that is definitely a positive. Next is the box. Let's take a closer look at this box. It's got stunning artwork. We can see ET with that glowing finger. If we take it round to the spine, it's clearly labelled ET and what the movie actually is. Round to the top of the box, it's labelled again ET. The The bottom of the box isn't labelled at all, and if we take it round to the back of the box, we can see E.T. with Elliot on the BMX. They've done a really good job of this one. The box itself, very, very flimsy, quite disappointing. It would have been nice to have that in a hard box. And that is the box to put the 4K SteelBook inside. Next we get this pack. We've got ET 40 on the front there, again with ET and that BMX. It's quite a thick pack. Round to the back we've got ET and Elliot again riding across that moon. You can see where it opens here. So let's take a look and see what we get inside. First up is a stage pass card. That's quite cool. Round to the back. Next in the pack is this bookmark. Now I do like this bookmark because we've got different versions of ET there, and if we take it round to the back, we've got some more different artwork of ET and the gang on the back there. That is a pretty cool bookmark. It's quite thick as well. You can see it hardly bends. That's quite a nice bookmark. Next is a tiny booklet, and we've got like the script in there. There's not much of it in there at all, but we do get some pictures and a tiny writing as well inside. And that's the script booklet. Next is another tiny booklet, again with brilliant artwork on the front of this booklet. This is behind the scenes. If we take a look inside, there's only about 8 pages in there, and the same with the script one as well. And if we open it up at the back, and that's the ET behind the scenes booklet. Moving on to the art cards. Now these art cards are quite cool. They're quite bright, they're colourful, they're quite thick as well for art cards. If we take it round to the back, we've got ET 40 on the back there. And this is new artwork because I haven't actually seen this sort of artwork before. So that's the first one. There's ET and his spaceship on the second one there. There's the third one. It's not so good, that third one. And the fourth one, we can see he's surrounded by those flowers that he brought back to life. So there's 4 art cards included in this set, which is pretty cool and really nice artwork on those as well. Next is a huge ET poster. I think it's got the original artwork. There's the bottom of my hand, and it goes right the way down to the top there. It's too big to actually fit on camera, but you get the idea of the size of the poster. And last of all is the SteelBook, the main reason why you buy this set. Slightly disappointing because it does have the same artwork as the box. If we spin the SteelBook round to the side, it's pretty much the standard, the same as the box. If we go round to the back of the SteelBook, as you can see, it's the same as the box. I just wish they had changed it slightly so we had different artworks. It would have made this set a lot more special. Let's take a look and see what it's like inside this SteelBook. Inside, we're getting 2 discs, and I do like it when they do have different artwork. So we've got different artwork on the standard Blu-ray, and we've got new artwork on the 4K discs, and we do have over 4 hours of new bonus material on there somewhere. So it is really good to see different artworks on both discs. We're also getting inner cover art, as you would expect from a SteelBook. It's really nice inside. They've done a good job. Round to the back of the SteelBook fully opened. As I said earlier, it is the same as the box, which is a shame. But I suppose it's orange and it all matches up nicely.
I'll be right here.
Let's do a little recap on what we actually get in this set, and I have noticed something that has annoyed me about this set, and I'll explain in a minute. First is the SteelBook itself. It does have fantastic artwork. Inside is the 4K and the standard Blu-ray. We're also getting this pack. Now we do get a pass in there, a huge poster, 4 art cards and a couple of mini booklets. For that sort of money, I would have liked to have seen the booklets a little bit thicker, but it doesn't really matter. So we do get this pack. We also get this box, which is the same artwork as the SteelBook. Very flimsy to actually put it all in. And we get this brilliant flask. I really do like this flask. I love the artwork with ET holding Speak and Spell. I really want to try and get hold of a Speak and Spell just for the memories, because I did actually own one back in the day, so I'll have to pop on eBay and take a look, see how much they are. But this is brilliant because it's plastic and it's how I remember it. Next is the box to display it all in, if that's what you want to do. Now this did arrive damaged, like I said. I was going to live with that because it doesn't really bother me. It's so much hassle to actually send things back these days. Moving on to the lunchbox. Now, last of all, this lunchbox. Now, this is meant to be an 80s lunchbox. I don't actually think it actually is, but it might well be. Please do get involved in those comments. All those older generation guys out there and females out there, did you actually own a steel tin back in the 1980s? A steel tin lunchbox? Because I didn't. So if you did, then this is really good. But it is tin, and I was expecting a hard plastic lunchbox. But it does have great artwork. It's an empty silver tin. You could store things in there. You don't have to actually put your lunch in there, because if you put your flask in there as well, which it does fit, there is no room to put your sandwiches. Round to the back, we've got, again, good artwork. Now, I have noticed my rant, and I don't know where it is. Where are you? Don't know whether you can see that on film, but it is dented. Now, I'm not happy about that arriving dented from Zavvi, so I will be contacting Zavvi, because you just wouldn't accept that, would you? You would take it back to the shop if you bought that and there's a huge dent right the way across there. So, a very, very disappointing end to this video. I have only just noticed that dent, but I'm pleased I did in time for this video. Please do get involved in the comments, like I said. Have you bought this set yet? If so, what's your own thoughts on it? Did you actually own a tin lunchbox back in the 1980s? That will be an interesting one. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this unboxing. Monday, I will be heading to Southampton to see quite a few YouTubers, and I might do a YouTube short. I won't be doing a video, but I might do a YouTube short. And the reason why, because I am heading off to Hampton Court Palace later in the week, and I'll be doing a video on Hampton Court Palace festive lights. Which brings me on to my next thing I've got to say. A massive thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like this video, please do give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. And most importantly, Merry Christmas, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.